Gonna go right now. Getting engaged is like it's the first hill of the roller coaster, and you hear those clickers, the loud sound that's really violent, metal, chunk, You go, what's going on here? You know, this thing really goes high. And then you go over the top. The wedding is at the top. You go over the top, it's the wedding, and then you're just screaming.
And even if you make plans, you never think you're really ready for marriage.
No, it's like any growth. You can't be ready for it because it's growth. It's going to be new. It's going to be new. You're going to have a new life. You're going to be a new person.
Please rise for the bride.
Forever. For forever. This is forever.
Who presents this woman to be united in marriage to this man? You may be seated. ¿Tú puedes ser sentado? Before we begin, Nathaniel and Jaritza would like to pause for a moment to remember those who can't be present here today and those who are no longer with us. We gather as a community of family and friends and feel ripples of excitement and tremors of joy as we celebrate the marriage of Nathaniel and Jaritza. God has created a world of harmony, soaring birds, towering trees, brisk wind, animals of all kinds, each unique, each in relationship and harmony with the others. God's first gift was breathing life into humans and turning us toward each other to live in equality and unity. Nathaniel and Jaritza have come here to affirm their love for each other and enter into this sacred union.
Amen.
Marriage is a gift. Marriage is an opportunity for love to be learned. Marriage is a journey in which we as the travelers are faced with many choices and are responsible for these choices. Marriage is a call to servanthood. Marriage is a call to friendship. Marriage is a call to suffering. Marriage is not an event, but a way of life. Marriage involves intimacy in all areas for it to be fulfilling. Today, Nathaniel and Jaritza, you come together bringing all of you to this marriage, all of your wonderful parts, all of your hurts and pains. You especially bring today all of your hopes and dreams for this marriage. You both have tremendous faith in each other as you trust your future to the other's care. You have excellent reasons for believing you belong together, but you have no guarantees. Instead, you stand together about to accept on faith the challenge of creating the future together. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. You marry in faith that God has called you to live as one. You promise to be faithful to one another in big things as well as small. Your constant faith in each other will give form and substance to the beautiful hopes you have for your future. Faith is a conviction of things not seen. Unless you're an unusual couple, at times your marriage won't look anything like the vision you celebrate today. You may not feel much evidence of the love you now feel so keenly. At such times, remember this moment. Remember the hopes and dreams that have been entrusted to your care. Marriage begins with a leap of faith that says, I will, before an unknown and unknowable future. Marriage is about being full of faith or faithful to one another. Faithfulness respects each other's ideas and feelings, keeps each other's secrets, guards each other's dignity, and honors each other in public and in private. Faithfulness is built from 10,000 minute acts of trust and trustworthiness. In such faith, you'll find the fulfillment of all the hopes and dreams you have today. May God bless you both. Amen. Amen. Nathaniel and Jaritza, have you come here freely without reservation to join together lawfully in marriage? If so, say, I have. Before God and family and friends, ask you to affirm your vows to each other as you enter into this covenant of marriage and begin to share all the joys of this new relationship, whatever the future may hold. Nathaniel, your vows?
So I'm gonna keep this short. I don't need to go too deep. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody knows us. We've been through a lot of stuff together. You know, I love you. You've been there with me through thick and thin. My lows, my highs. I don't imagine myself being with nobody else but you. And that's all I need.
Jaritza?
My phone. I got my phone.
Don't, bro. Yeah, you know she got a book, bro.
Since day one, we have been inseparable. You're truly my best friend. Before anything else, you took my heart that was in broken pieces and molded into pieces back together.
Come on, get it, mama. Got it.
I believe in love again because of you. You stood by me when I was at my worst and stuck it out till I got better and became a better person with me by my side. The patience, the love, how you protect me and never turn your back on me. I will forever be grateful for you. Because of you, I learned to love myself again, to heal the once broken me, and to accept the love I was deserving of you. I learned how to forgive and most importantly, how to love you back and bring out the affectionate side of you. I will continue to love you with all my heart, within my heart, my mind, body, and soul. I promise to be devoted and obsessed with you always, through ups and downs in life always. Through the ups and downs in life, to push you to the best, to be the best you can be and to be the best I can be. So infinity and beyond, through different lifetimes and even past lives, baby, it's you and me. I will always love you and be by your side in everything and anything. I commit to always put you and our children first. To continue to accomplish many more dreams come true with you by my side for the rest of our lives as husband and wife. 10 years today, 10 plus more, and 10 still forever to go, plus, infinity and beyond. I promise to forever be your queen as you are forever my king. I remember the day as if it was yesterday when I kneed to the ground praying, asking God to only send me a man unless it was from him. And I believe he sent me you as he sent me for you as well. As the scripture says, Matthew 19:6. So then there are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate. I love you, my king. I love you for eternity, baby. It's me, you against the world, forever, ever.
Nathaniel, repeat after me. I, Nathaniel, take thee, Jaritza,
Take thee, Jaritza,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer and for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness, in sickness and health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part,
till death do us part,
according to God's holy ordinance,
according to God's worldly coordinates.
I switched it up. Fuck it.
And thereto I pledge thee
And thereto I pledge thee
my faith, myself to you.
my faith, my pledge to you.
Closer. Jaritza, repeat after me. I, Jaritza,
I, Jaritza,
take thee, Nathaniel,
take thee, Nathaniel,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part, according to God's holy ordinance. And thereto I pledge thee my faith, myself to you.
myself to you.
All right, at this time we're going to sign the marriage license to make it official.
We over that now.
May I have the rings? These rings are an outward and visible sign of an invisible truth which binds two hearts in one. As such, they're the symbols of the enduring and unending quality of the love which is now expressed between Nathaniel and Jaritza. Nathaniel, repeat after me. Jaritza,
Jaritza,
this ring
this ring
is a sign
is a sign
of my love and faithfulness.
of my love and faithfulness.
Jaritza, repeat after me. Nathaniel,
Nathaniel,
this ring
this ring
is a sign
is a sign
of my love and faithfulness.
of my love and faithfulness.
These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that, even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. So at this time, we're going to invite the moms up. Nathaniel and Jaritza have decided to include a unity candle into the ceremony as a symbol of their relationship. These two outside candles are going to be lit right now by the mothers that represent the lives of Nathaniel and Jaritza to this moment. The lights representing the faith, wisdom, and love they've received from their family are distinct, each burning alone. They are two distinct lights, each capable of going their separate ways. To bring bliss and happiness to their home, there must be the merging of these two lights into one. Nathaniel and Jaritza, you're going to light the center candle together to symbolize the union of your lives now together. This is what God meant when he said, on this account, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall be one flesh. From now on, your thoughts shall be for each other rather than for your individual selves. And your plans shall be mutual, your joys and sorrows shall be shared alike. Nathaniel and Jeritza extinguished their own candles, thus letting the center candle symbolize the union of their lives into one flesh. As this one life cannot be divided, neither shall their lives be divided. Join hands.
We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that.
1 Corinthians 13:4-8 says, love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Please join me for a prayer of blessing over their marriage. God in heaven, you ordained marriage for your children, and you gave us love. We present to you Nathaniel and Jeritza, who come this day to be married. May the covenant of love they may be blessed with true devotion and spiritual commitment. We thank you for giving them strength and courage to keep their vows. Thank you for helping them to create for their family a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. When selfishness shows itself, grant generosity. When mistrust is a temptation, give moral strength. When there's misunderstanding, give patience and gentleness. When suffering becomes a part of their lives, give them a strong faith and abiding love. Amen. Amen. Nathaniel and Jeritza, in the future, happy occasions will come as surely as the morning. Difficult times will come as surely as the night. To say the words love and compassion is easy, but accept that love and compassion are built upon patience and perseverance is not easy. Nathaniel and Jeritza, as much as you declared your willingness to enter the state of marriage with each other, declare the same in the company of God and these witnesses. By the virtue of authority vested in me as an ordained minister and by the state of Florida, I pronounce you husband and wife, united in the pure and holy bonds of wedlock. What God has joined, let no one separate. Go forth in this life as husband and wife with the blessing of God. Be loving, patient, and kind. And above all, forgive one another as God has forgiven you. Nathaniel, you may kiss your bride. All right. Now she's going to grab her flowers. Grab your flowers, sweetie. It's my pleasure to introduce you all for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Reynoso! Ladies and gentlemen, Nathaniel and Jeritza, thank you all for being present on their most special of days. The wedding party is going to be taking pictures this time, so